What's going on, guys? I'm Maze, here with a discussion video on the preview for the upcoming Pokemon Sun and Moon anime episode. Episode 81, Alola's Young Fire, Royal Ash's Birth, airing specifically on July 5th. If you want to watch the preview first, I'll link it in the description below. But with the intro now stated though, let's jump right into this discussion. So firstly for this discussion, I'm going to focus on breaking down the preview. That way we know how the episode is meant to play out before I give my thoughts. However, we also have a teaser summary for this episode, so let's start off by reading that as it will help towards the breakdown. The summary states, quote, "A competitor called the Masked Whale has gained popularity in the Battle Royale, a traditional Alolan form of the four-way battle carried out by Pokemon. Ash has become thoroughly fascinated by him after watching his matches on TV and visits the venue to watch one in person. But when Ash gets angry about the Masked Whale's opponent using dirty tricks, the Fire Cat Pokemon Torracat he brought along is unable to take it out either, and ends up joining the match." End quote. Looks like a pretty interesting story, but with that now explained, let's now break down the preview. So the first scene we see within the preview that isn't just establishing shots is Professor Kukui sneaking away from the classmates so he can participate under the name of the Masked Royale, which these scenes were pretty funny to see. This is more of what I wanted to see regarding Kukui and his identity, so I'm very happy about this. But seeming as it doesn't serve that much importance for this breakdown, let's now move on to the next scenes, which is Ash becoming the young Masked Royale. Which, as the summary states, Ash decided to join the battle due to the opponent's dirty tricks they used against the Masked Royale, so this scene was pretty much obvious to cover. However, I do believe that within this shot, the Masked Royale at first wouldn't want Ash to help in the battle, but then accept after seeing his strong will, and then hand him this mask. Also, I might as well mention now, Ash becoming the Masked Royale somewhat psychic I think will only be a one-time episode event, because if Ash was to compete in a Battle Royale again in another episode, I'm pretty sure he would want the world to know who he is, despite the idea of him being a Masked Royale being cool. However, who knows, I might be wrong and he might put on the mask once again to aid the Masked Royale in a battle. But I seriously do think he will eventually decide he no longer wants to become the Masked Royale. Huh. What I've been saying really reminds me of Steven from Steven Universe when he was the Tiger Wrestler. Also, this sounds very superhero-y if you think about it. Regardless, moving on, it's been revealed that in the next scene that this dirty opponent is Borgen, the character from episode 70 who tried to get Kyoi's family to sell the ranch to him, but because they declined the offer, he then started to harass the ranch in many ways, even breaking the law, which caused Officer Jenny to arrest him at the end of the episode. And because, like I stated, he got arrested, that must mean that before this episode event, he either 1. Broke out of prison, or 2. Somebody paid money to bail him out, which number 2 is more likely to me, otherwise Officer Jenny would be searching for him if he broke out, which Borgen going in a tournament that's broadcasted all around Alola isn't too smart. And we also have these other henchmen, which could be the people who bailed him out. Of course, towards the end of the episode though, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that Ash and the Masked Royale will find a way to win against him, and then Borgen won't be seen until another episode, as he's bound to come back, as Officer Jenny can't really arrest him for playing dirty tricks in a battle, as he technically hasn't broken any law this time around. So be prepared to see him again in the future. As for what I think of his appearance here though, I guess it's alright. I really just thought that he would only be a character of the day back in episode 70. I thought this dirty opponent would have been the debut of Guzma or maybe even Plumera. But no, that unfortunately isn't the case. But they better make those characters debut soon, as it is getting kinda late, and you know, they are very lovable characters. And hey, if you think about it, Borgen is causing Torracat to get some development, because the last scene we see within this preview, that isn't just Borgen and his henchmen wrecking the masked duo, is Torracat most likely learning a new move, which I believe is Fire Punch, due to one of Torracat's paw having emphasis when drawing the move, and this Pokemon can actually learn this move in the Pokemon games. Well, as an Incineroar only, but it's still a possibility due to the move being present in one of the Pokemon's evolution forms. And hey, this could also be further evidence that Ash's Torracat one day will evolve into Incineroar. I don't think it will happen in this episode though, as we haven't seen Torracat do anything special since its evolution episode. So yeah, you would assume they would put more focus on Torracat first if it was to actually evolve in this episode. So it's definitely highly unlikely. However, going back to Fire Punch, who knows, it might not be Fire Punch and another move, such as Double Kick, Fire Pledge, or whatever, and it just has it surrounded in flames. Anything is possible, but I'm definitely putting all my bets on Fire Punch. And that pretty much wraps up this preview breakdown. You know, the story is obvious, but it was still fun to go over this preview. And who knows, somebody may be watching who didn't think of the aspects I stated. But overall, this episode does look like it can give me an enjoyable time due to including action and even Torracat development. However, Pokemon writers, can we have Rowlet development after this, please? Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this episode so far and any theories you have. I'd love to hear. But for now, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. So if you enjoyed, then be sure to leave a like and a subscribe for future Pokemon content. It helps out a ton. You'll also become a member of the Entity Squad. For now, this is Entity Maze, signing out. Thank you for watching.